Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to study about measurement of high voltage. For testing purpose and research laboratories, it is required to measure voltages and currents accurately, ensuring perfect safety to the personnel and equipment. Here, a person handling the equipment and metering devices must be protected against over voltages and any induced value of stray coupling. Therefore, the instruments for measurement of high voltages differ vastly from low voltage devices in spite of having same principles of measurements. The devices for measurement of high voltage can be classified as DC voltages, AC voltages with power frequency, AC high frequency voltages, impulse voltages, and other rapidly changing voltages. Under DC voltage, measurement of high voltage DC can be done using instruments like series resistance microammeter, resistance potential divider, generating voltmeters, oscillating spheroid. Under AC voltages with power frequencies, instruments used for measurement of high voltage are series impedance voltmeter, potential divider with resistance or capacitance type, potential transformers, electrostatic voltmeters, spear gaps or spark gaps. Under AC high frequency voltages, impulse voltages and rapidly changing voltages can be measured using potential dividers with CRO, which can be resistive or capacitive types, and peak voltmeters. Let us go through all these instruments. Under DC voltages, the first system to be studied is series resistance microammeter. A very high resistance is connected in series with a microammeter. Current flowing through large calibrated resistance R is measured by moving coil microammeter. The voltage source can be given as V is equal to IR. There are few limitations in this system. They are power dissipation and source loading, temperature effect and long time stability, voltage dependence of resistive element, sensitivity to mechanical stress. It is built for a 500 kilovolt DC with an accuracy of 0.2%. Let us go through the circuit setup of a series resistance micrometer. The resistance is of carbon alloy with temperature coefficient of 10 to the power minus 4 degrees Celsius, is constructed from a large number of wire wound resistors in series provided with corona free terminals. Voltage drop in each element is chosen to avoid surface flashover or discharges. Voltage drop in meter is negligible as impedance of meter is only few ohms as compared to few hundred mega ohms of series resistance resistors. In case if the series resistor fails or flashover occurs, a protective device like paper gap or neon glow tube or Zener diode is connected across meter as a protection device. Let us go through the second type of DC voltage measuring equipment, that is resistance potential divider. In order to avoid transient voltages due to switching operations, flashover of test object or source short circuit which causes damage to divider element because of stray capacitance across element and ground capacitance. A voltage controlling capacitors are connected across elements. In order to avoid transient, voltage controlling capacitors are connected across element. To avoid unnecessary discharges at high voltage ends, a corona-free termination is necessary. Potential dividers are made with 0.05% accuracy up to 100 kV, 0.1% accuracy up to 300 kV, 0.5% accuracy up to 500 kV. High voltage magnitude is given by V is equal to R1 plus R2 upon R2 into V2. Let us go through the circuit setup of resistance potential divider with an electrostatic voltmeter. The resistance potential divider with an electrostatic or high impedance voltmeter is shown here. The influence of temperature and voltage on elements is eliminated in voltage divider arrangement. Because of this series resistor in parallel with capacitor, the errors are tried to be reduced. Here we have resistors R1, R2 with a protective device in order to protect the elements connected, and the device values are measured using electrostatic voltmeter. The third type of measuring instrument for DC voltages are generating voltmeters. It is a variable capacitor electrostatic voltage generator which generates current proportional to external voltage. The device is driven by an external synchronous or constant speed motor that does not absorb power from voltage measuring source. The principle of operation are: current through capacitor is given by I is equal to dq by dt, which is equal to V dc upon dt plus C dV by dt, where for a DC source dV by dt goes 0. If capacitor varies between C0 to C0 plus Cm in a sinusoidal waveform, then an equation of capacitor becomes C is equal to C0 plus Cm sin omega t, where current of sinusoidal waveform is I is equal to Im cos omega t, where Im is equal to V into Cm omega. The IRMS current for such devices can be given by IRMS is equal to V Cm omega upon root 2. For constant angular frequency omega, current is directly proportional to voltage. Let us see the diagram for generating voltmeter. Generating voltmeter employ rotating vanes for variation of capacitance. High voltage source is connected to a disc electrode S3, which is kept at a fixed distance on axis S3, which is kept at a fixed distance on an axis of other low voltage electrodes, that is S0, S1, S2. So S0 is driven at a constant speed by synchronous machine or motor at a suitable speed. Rotor vane S0 cause periodic change in capacitance between insulated disc S2 and high voltage electrode S3. Here S3 is high voltage electrode. The shape and number of vanes of S0 and S1 are designed to produce sinusoidal variation in capacitance. Generated AC current through resistance R is rectified and read by a moving coil instrument. An amplifier is needed if shunt capacitance is large or longer leads are used for connection to rectifier and meter. Instrument is calibrated using potential divider. There are few advantages and disadvantages of generating voltmeter. Its advantages are no source loading by meter, no direct connection to HV electrode, scale linear and extension of range is easy, a very convenient instrument for electrostatic devices such as Van de Graaff generator and particle accelerator. Limitations of generating voltmeter are it requires calibration, careful construction is needed, disturbance in position and mounting of electrodes make calibration invalid. Let us go to the fourth method of measuring high DC voltage, that is oscillating spheroid. The principle used here is the period of oscillation of an oscillating spheroid is a uniform electric field proportional to applied field. The measurement of period of oscillation is a suspended spheroid between two electrodes is taken with and without electric field. A spheroid is taken between two electrodes and the moment of this spheroid is measured with and without electric field. The period of oscillation is measured using a telescope and stopwatch. It is constructed for voltages up to 200 kilovolt with an accuracy of plus minus 0.1%. If frequency of oscillation for small amplitudes is f and f0, the electric field applied can be given as E is directly proportional to f square minus f0 square to the power half. Applied voltage can be given as V is directly proportional to root over f square minus f0 square. Let us go to the second method for voltage measurement, that is AC voltage with power frequencies can be measured using series impedance voltmeter, which is the first measurement device used here. For power frequency AC measurements, series impedance may be a pure resistance or reactance. The series impedance may be a pure resistance or reactance. Due to power loss issue, capacitor is preferred as a series reactance. High resistance units for high voltage have stray capacitance. At any frequency omega of an AC voltage, impedance Z can be given by Z is equal to R plus J omega L upon 1 minus omega square LC plus J omega CR. If omega L and omega C are small as compared to R, then Z is equal to R into 1 plus j into omega L upon R minus omega CR, and phase angle phi is equal to omega L by R minus omega CR. This can be made zero and independent of frequency if L by C is equal to R square. This equivalent circuit is not valid for extended and large dimensioned resistors. Let us go through the diagram for measuring high AC voltage measurement using extended series resistance. The equivalent circuit of HV, high voltage resistance, neglecting inductance, and circuit of compensated series resistor using guard and tuning resistor is shown here. The stray ground capacitance effect are removed by shielding resistors are stray capacitance effect are removed by resistors R by a second surrounding spiral resistor RS, which shunts actual resistor but does not contribute to current flowing through the instrument. By tuning RA, shield resistor end potentials may be adjusted with a actual measuring resistor so that resulting compensation current between shield and measuring resistors provide minimum phase angle. The resistor RA is adjusted such that there is minimum phase angle between the elements. While resistors has got an issue for power loss, instead of resistor, a capacitor can be used in the circuit for AC high voltage measurements where IC is equal to J omega CV. Here a protective gap is provided for the measuring device. Let us go to the second device used for measurement of high voltage having power frequency, that is capacitance potential divider and capacitance voltage transformer. Let us go to the first type, that is capacitance potential divider. It reduces error due to harmonic voltages. It uses high impedance meter like vacuum tube voltmeter, which can either be stated as VTVM or electrostatic voltmeter. The applied voltage can be given by V1 is equal to V2 into C1 plus C2 plus Cm upon C1, where Cm is capacitance of meter and connecting cable. V2 here is the meter reading. Let us go through the circuit setup for capacitance potential divider. Here it has two capacitors C1 and C2. C1 is a standard compressed air or gas condenser with three terminals connected to a large capacitor C2, which may be mica, paper, or any low loss condenser shielded in a box to avoid stray capacitance. EVS, electrostatic voltmeter or vacuum tube voltmeter, is connected through a long tube and its capacitance is to be taken into account for calibration purpose as Cm. A protective device or protective gap is placed across this voltmeter. The high voltage occurring in the circuit can be measured through the voltmeter. The second type of instrument in this is capacitance voltage transformer, which can be also stated as CVT. CVT can be connected to a low impedance device with wattmeter pressure coil or relay coil. The value of tuning choke coil L is chosen to make equivalent circuit of CVT purely resistive or to bring resonance where omega L into LT is equal to 1 by omega C1 plus C2. Here L is inductance of choke, LT is equivalent inductance of transformer reference to high voltage side. Let us see the circuit setup for a CVT. Capacitor C1 is made of several high voltage condensers. A matching transformer is connected between load and meter M. Transformer ratio is chosen on economic ground and high voltage winding rating may be 10 to 30 kilovolt with low voltage winding rating of 100 to 500 volt. CVT has got its advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are simple design and easy installation. It can be used both as a coupling condenser for power line carrier communication and relaying and as a voltage measuring device for meter and relaying purpose. Frequency independent voltage distribution along elements as against conventional magnitude potential transformer which require additional insulation design against surge. It provides isolation between high voltage terminal and low voltage metering. Disadvantages of this method are voltage ratio is susceptible to temperature variation. It has got problem of inducing ferro resonance in power system. The third type of measuring AC voltage with power frequency are potential transformer, which is of magnetic type. A magnetic potential transformer is the oldest device for AC measurement. It is simple in construction and can be designed for any voltage. The cascading of transformer is possible for high voltage. The voltage ratio can be stated as V1 by V2 is equal to A is equal to N1 by N2, where V1, V2 are voltages of primary and secondary side. N1 and N2 are turns of winding for primary and secondary side respectively. These devices suffer from ratio and phase angle error caused by magnetizing and leakage impedance of transformer winding, which are compensated by adjusting turns ratio with tappings on high voltage side under load conditions. Let us study about electrostatic voltmeter, which is another device for measuring high voltage with power frequency. The principle of electrostatic voltmeter is in electrostatic field, attractive force between electrodes of a parallel plate is given by equation F is equal to minus del Ws upon ds, which can be replaced as half Cv square. On differentiating, we get half V square del C upon del S, where F is equal to half epsilon naught V square into A upon S square, plus, which is equal to half epsilon naught A into V upon S the whole square. The equations are rearranged here, where V is applied voltage, C is capacitance between plates, A is area of cross section of plate, S separation between plate, epsilon naught is permittivity of medium, Ws is work done in dissipating the plates. When one of the electrode is free to move, the force on plate is measured by controlling spring with counterweight. The construction of electrostatic voltmeters. Electrostatic voltmeters are made with parallel plate configuration using guard ring to avoid corona and field fringing at the edges. An absolute voltmeter is made by balancing the plate with a counterweight and is calibrated in terms of small weight. Electrostatic voltmeters are considered as devices with high impedance and small capacitance value of 5 to 50 picofarad and high insulation resistance of R greater than equal to 10 to the power 13 ohm. Let us see the circuit setup for electrostatic voltmeter. It consists of parallel plain disc type electrodes separated by a small distance. Moving electrode is surrounded by a fixed guard ring to make field uniform in central region. The control torque is provided by a balance weight. The moving disc M forms central core to guard ring G, which is of the same diameter as a fixed plate F. The cap D or dome encloses sensitivity balance B, one arm of which carries suspension of moving disc. Balance beam carries a mirror which reflects beam of light. The moment of disc is thereby magnified on the scale. The uniformity of electric field is maintained by guard rings H, which is surrounded by the space between disc fixed and moving plate. Guard rings are maintained at a constant potential in space by capacitance divided, ensuring a uniform special potential distribution. The next type of measuring high voltage with power frequency are spark gaps or spear gaps. It is a uniform field spark gap having a spark over voltage with a tolerance under constant atmosphere. So spark gap can be used for measurement of peak voltage value if gap distance is known. Measurements are reliable for certain gap configurations. The spear gap measurements are arranged in two ways. One, vertically with lower spear grounded, and second, horizontally with both spears connected to source voltage or one spear is grounded. The voltage to be measured is applied between two spears, and the distance or spacing between them gives measure of spark over voltage. The vertical arrangement of a spear gap is shown here. Spear gaps are made with two metal spears of identical diameter d with shank, operating gear and insulator supports. The spear is made of copper, brass, aluminum. The spacing is designed such that the spacing between the spears are designed such that flashover occurs near sparking point. Surface of spear should be free from dust, grease or any other coating. High voltage conductor should be arranged such that it does not affect the field configuration. This is the vertical arrangement of spear gap, and this is the horizontal arrangement of the spear gap, where both the terminals can be connected to a voltage source or one to a voltage source and another can be grounded. The factors that influence spark over voltage for a spear gap are nearby earthed objects, atmospheric conditions and humidity, irradiation, polarity and rise time of voltage waveforms. The third type of measurement of voltage is AC high frequency voltages, impulse voltages and other rapidly changing voltages. We have two instruments here for measurement. The first one is potential divider. Potential dividers are voltage dividers for high voltage impulse measurement, high frequency AC measurement, transient voltage measurement, which are usually either resistive or capacitive tanks. The following elements mainly constitute different errors in measurement, that are residual inductance in element, stray capacitance, impedance error due to connecting leads between diverter test object and ground return leads, parasitic oscillation due to lead and cable inductance, the layout of test object, impulse generator and ground leads to minimize recording errors. The diagram here shows potential divider with a delay cable and oscilloscope. The low voltage arm of the divider is usually connected to a CRO or a peak reading instrument through a delay cable. The cable can also introduce distortion in wave shapes. The capacitance voltage divider arrangement for measuring high voltage is shown here. Capacitance C1 is formed between high voltage terminal of source and test object or any part of measurement. CRO is located within shielded screen surrounding capacitor C2. C2 includes capacitance used, lead capacitance, input capacitor of CRO and other ground capacitance. Advantage of this connection is that the loading of source is negligible, but small disturbance in location of C2 or HV electrode or presence of any stray object nearby change capacitance C1 and hence divider ratio is affected. The equivalent setup circuit diagram of the first circuit is shown here. The second type of instrument for measuring impulse voltages are peak reading voltmeter. Sometimes it is enough if the peak value of an impulse voltage wave is measured. Its waveform might be known or fixed by source itself. This is highly useful in routine impulse testing. The instrument is connected to low voltage arm of potential divider. The basic circuit of peak reading voltmeter is shown. Diode D conducts for positive voltage source only. When impulse voltage appears across low voltage arm of potential divider, capacitor Cm is charged to a peak value of pulse. When amplitude of signal starts decreasing, the diode becomes reverse bias and prevent discharging of capacitor Cm. Voltage across Cm is measured by high impedance voltmeter or electrostatic voltmeter or vacuum tube voltmeter. The voltage to which Cm charged is less than actual peak signal and is represented by error del. The actual peak signal and out of the circuit has got an error of del. Thank you.